Hi guys, it's Kathy here. I'm trying to look, I can see myself. Alright, well, I'll just take off my glasses for right now. I don't need to really see. It's close enough I can see something. No, again, I look like shit, but I really don't care. Anyway. Geez. Well, I posted, at the beginning of this year about not throwing, rocks at glass houses. Because I was going through a lot of stress. And I can honestly say, that my stress has increased tremendously, dramatically. More than anybody should have to bear. But, so at the beginning of this year, I was having problems because I had gained, I don't know, like 7 pounds, or I don't know, I had gained some weight in a week, and I was upset, you know. But apparently there is another level to stress. So anyway, what had happened is my daughter has a cat, and her kitty is 10 years old now. And we found out that her cat is in the end stages of lung cancer. And it was pretty overwhelming. You know, I took her into the vet for a cough. All of our cats had been sick the month before. She was the only one that was still coughing. Turns out she was the one. Hold on, I gotta go take care of that timer. But she was the only one that was still coughing, so I took her in, you know, to see if she had pneumonia. And turns out she didn't have pneumonia. She has lung cancer. Pretty bad too, so sorry guys, I have to get this done in the laundry room. Anyway, so I was pretty stressed, you know. It was pretty stressful. So I was eating, you know. What the hell else am I gonna do? So that's what I did. I started eating. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I started eating. And I gained a lot of weight. And I gained a lot of weight quick. And I was pretty upset, you know. I'm still upset. Still upset about that. I have to give her medicine every day. Steroids, so she won't cough. My daughter was really upset, still upset, but handling it better. Anyway, so fast forward to, I don't even know what day. January 20 something. My dad was calling me, and I had missed his phone call. I had gone to Lowe's, and I had missed his phone call. And when I realized I had missed his phone call, I called him back. I'm trying to clean. Sorry, guys. I tried calling him back, and I was having phone issues. Anyway, by the time I got back a hold of him, it took me like an hour. Turns out he's in the hospital for pneumonia. Now, this was his third hospital stay for pneumonia in 3 weeks. So, anyway, at first everything was okay. He just had pneumonia. We did this for 3 days. He was feeling better. He was complaining because he had congestive heart failure. And so what happens when you have congestive heart failure is your heart is enlarged, and you would think it would work better because it's big. Hold on. But it doesn't. It doesn't work better at all. Hi, kitties. doesn't work better at all. So, sorry guys. Anyway, it doesn't work better at all. And so what happens is it's not pumping hard enough because it's so big that it can't pump all the fluid that you normally that you normally get rid of when you pee. And so what happens is the fluids collect in your, I'm babbling, I'm so sorry, collect in your tummy. And so what happened was it was collecting in my dad's tummy, and every 4 weeks his doctor would go in there and drain the fluid. Okay, backstory. Done. Anyway, he was complaining about the fluid, and his doctor would not drain his tummy, and that was his biggest complaint because he felt that it was causing him not to be able to breathe. Well, anyway, one night he called me, and I don't know, you guys don't know my dad. Nobody knows my dad. My dad was really kind-hearted guy, and he never spoke to me he never yelled at me. He was very good to me, and he called me one night and he said, "I think I fell." And I said, "Dad, what happened?" And he said, "I don't know, God damn it, Kat, I think I fell, call the nurses." I knew something wasn't right, and I knew that I was the only person that knew he was in the hospital, and and top it off, my dad lived 12 hours away from me, so I couldn't just like hop in the car and just go. So I called my stepbrother, Carl, and I told him, I said, "You need to get to Dad." And he said, "Well, what's going on with Dad?" And I said, "He's in the hospital. He's got pneumonia, but something's not right. Something's going on. Something's happening." So he got there, he talked to the doctor, and the doctor told him that his heart was failing and that his liver was failing. His spleen was enlarged and failing. He had pneumonia, and he wasn't doing good. So I was trying to make plans to get up there. Not easy. Don't have a lot of money. I have a family. I have one in high school. I have two kind of adult kids. They're adults. They're 18 and 20, but yeah, I have a life, I have animals, I have a husband. So I was trying to make plans, and I got my brother, I don't want to call him my stepbrother anymore because I love him to death, but got my brother Carl to get my dad to sign waivers, HIPAA waivers, so that the hospital could talk to me or Carl and let us know what was going on. Carl actually lives like 30 minutes away from my dad, down the mountain in the middle of nowhere, California. So he signed the paper, so I was able to call the nurses, but my dad would say he hadn't talked to the doctor and all kinds of stuff. So long story, a little bit shorter. I was able to get a hold of the doctor who was treating him in the hospital. My brother had talked to his family doctor, to my dad's family doctor, but I talked to the hospital doctor. And the hospital doctor told me, "Your dad's going to die." He didn't know when, but he didn't think he had long, and told me to get up there. So I took my son to the doctor. This was at night, by the way. I took my son to the doctor, got my oil changed, got the antibiotics for my son. Oh, and I had an ear infection, and for myself. And then slept for 3 hours, and then got on the road and drove with my son, who was sick, for 12 hours to get up to my dad. In the meantime, I had to pick up my daughter at the Sacramento airport because she's military, and so I had to get her from the airport because my dad lived 2 hours and 45 minutes away from the nearest major airport, so I had to do that. So anyway, I get up there. In the meantime, I have an aunt who is my dad's biological sister, and she wasn't going to come out till the following Saturday, but she had decided to come right away. So she showed up, and she was actually at my dad's house. And then the next morning I went down and saw my dad. And pretty much we had a meeting with the social worker where we were told he needed to go into hospice care. We needed to make arrangements and stuff. So my brother Carl, my aunt, and I did that. We started getting stuff set up. Realized my dad wasn't going to be able to go home. So we packed up. My aunt went and got boxes. And we started packing up my dad's house. Well, there's so much drama involved in this, guys, you know. It's so long I couldn't even tell you. But basically this is what it boils down to. People suck. I'm not even gonna lie. People are awful, guys. I've never been one to lose faith in people. Even after all I've gone through in my life, and I have gone through some serious shit. But I tell you, people are terrible. You know, my dad did not believe in banks, so he had money at his house that he had brought with him. He had $2,600 in cash on him. And the morning that I went down to pick up my husband from the Sacramento airport, my brother had to go do a job while his daughter and his son cleared the room for my dad to do his hospice at his house. And my aunt was packing up my dad's house. And my daughter and my son were helping my aunt. And someone went to the hospital and stole that money from my dad. And the worst part is it was someone he knew. Because my dad kept his money in his little man bag. He called it a ditty. It's a leather black man bag. And he never took it out unless he trusted someone. I didn't even see that thing for, God, my dad's been in my life for 10 years, and I didn't even see it until 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He just didn't trust people. So, anyway, he took it out and told someone to take some money out. They took all of it. They took all the $2,600 of it. And then they went and raided his house while we were doing hospice for my dad down at my brother's house. And they took stuff. I don't care about the stuff, guys. Let me just make that abundantly clear. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the stuff. I care that they took advantage of my dad while he lay there dying. I don't understand people. Anyway, so my dad passed away. He died January 31st, 2015 at 3:48 p.m. in the afternoon, the day before Super Bowl Sunday. My aunt and I were there. Guys, I'm heartbroken. I can't even tell you. So I haven't eaten. I have eaten, but not a lot. When I went up to California, I pretty much stopped eating. I had my brother and his girlfriend and his family, my niece and nephew. And I had them trying to force feed me. Basically, I just ate yogurt and cottage cheese. And I think one pancake. I didn't eat very much. And I lost 10 pounds. A couple days after my dad passed, I got my appetite back a little bit and I started eating again. Not bad, I just started eating. I gained a few pounds back. Actually, I didn't even really care about my weight. The only reason I knew I lost weight is because the clothes that I did have were falling off of me. And when I asked my brother if I could weigh myself, I'd lost 10 pounds. So, anyway, I came back home. And I gained some weight back. But I'm back to square whatever. I can't eat. Everything hurts my tummy. I'm a mess. Emotionally, physically, mentally. This is my house. See my house? My house is a disaster. It's a disaster. My life is a disaster. I have two people. I had two people. And now I have one in my life that I loved and trusted. It was my husband, is my husband, and my dad. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. And there's drama every day. Even after my dad has passed, we should be mourning. And there's drama. My Facebook list just gets shorter and shorter. Because people who are supposed to be family attack me. Because I'm upset that my dad's stuff was stolen because they think I want the stuff. I don't give a shit about the stuff. I just want my dad back. I'm so tired. And I can see why people do transfer addiction. Because honestly, drinking sounds really good. And I have drank. But I can feel myself slipping, so I just stop. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys all this. Just, guys, love the person, love the people in your life. And I do know why everybody's angry with me, because my dad left a will, and it left me everything. He left me everything. That's why everybody's angry. He's only been in my life since I was 34. I had him when I was little, until I was about 5. And then I've only had him in my life maybe 15 years out of 44 years, And I got everything. He wasn't a rich man, guys. It's not about the stuff. It's about the man. Breaks my heart. Anyway, love your family. Love your loved ones. Love the people that aren't blood. Tell them you love them. Show them you love them. You never know if they're going to be here tomorrow. Take care, guys.